Two other things that I think were the negatives of this protest: loss of lives and properties, and lastly, loss of economic revenue. A lot of burning of stores, looting. People lost. I am sure right now insurance companies are like, God, why now?
They go pay.
I see, because then go pay.
They go pay.
Right?
You know, for instance, I check the stock market, expecting to see that insurance stocks will be going down. But nah, actually, some of them even went up. I was like,
okay.
Did they have faith in this company that they was going to be able to pay? I thought if I own shares in this insurance company, because I was looking for opportunities to buy really good companies, right? You know that some good companies are not going to go. Right? You say a custodian now. Nothing, they will go pay. They will find a way. They are just good. It's a good company. Right? So I thought I would find some buying opportunities on the stock market. But then I went and the thing went up. I was like, okay. But anyway, you're right. Like burning of businesses. Like I heard that even in not just the businesses. Hello, One Voice Nation. We just took some time out from the programming to talk about our illustrator here at Face Media Podcast upcoming exhibition show. Hi, Fee. How are you?
Hey, Uncle Fems. I'm good. How are you?
Very well. Please tell us about this.
So it's called the Noir Art Exhibition in sales. We're tagging it the growth of a Black female artist.
Gotcha.
It's going to be featuring works from 5 other artists like myself, Zida Kalu, Blossom, Oyeyipo, Pamela Oma, Donna Duke, and Funta Koka. It's going to be at Weary House in Phase 1, 7B Mike Adigbite Avenue. It's December 11 and 12. December 11 is starting at 3 p.m. to nighttime, and also the next day, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's going to be featuring the works that we've done over time, especially during the lockdown. So we're excited to just show all the work from the previous months.
Okay, looking forward to seeing it. So thank you. And back to the show. The palliatives, my God.
Oh my God.
Well,
guys, I don't know. We may need like an
how
episode
did we not talk of the palliative?
No, the palliatives on his own is just.
There were like 7 palliative warehouses all over Nigeria, and they were all discovered.
Man,
people are hungry.
So for me, right? I won't lie, man. I didn't feel bad that they muted palliatives.
I didn't also feel bad. I concur, because I'm like, why are these palliatives there? Right. And they were not given to people who have been hungry. Corona period ended, right? And I'm like, what else? And then one of the politicians came out and said he wanted to share it on his birthday.
Is this his birthday cake? I
am serious. Another one said, that the government gave him specially the palliative. I am serious. And that people came into the palliative the government gave him. That it wasn't like, let me give people. You know, and so this first statement that was released after Lagos on, was that, that the government just gave them on the 22nd of September because of the protests. They couldn't do it. And people were like, that's a lie. The protest started around 13th of October. Why wasn't it? Shena said, they were repackaging. That this is unfair. It's for some people.
Nah, I was just mad.
Until people opened the carton of Gary and saw that the Gary was caked.
That it
already
expired.
It had expired.
So in addition to that, I saw that there were dates on some of these things that were like
May. And then the funny thing was that people now released the video of when COVID was one who the organization who donated this to the Nigerian government. COVID released this thing May 1st, and it was on their page.
I saw that.
Now you come and claim that it was given to you 22nd of September, but everything seems stale. And it has started expiring. So I'm like, what kind of country is this where the food supposed to be given to the poor people are now being ordered, and some of them were even being rebranded to be sold? A woman said she bought, no, not even a woman. I saw the video. She came and she showed the carton that when this palliative thing started, that she realized that she bought noodles in the market, right? So she went back and opened because they covered it with Indomitables. Right? But there was no Indomitables inside the carton. So she took off the Indomitable sticker, and upon removing it, she saw the COVID palliative on it. So it means that they had already started rebranding some.
Of course.
And selling them. And I'm like, this is sad. These are the kind of things that will lead people to loot, because people are hungry. They are so hungry.
What? That's going to lead me to my next question.
Okay.
What would you say are the biggest things we learned about our leaders Like, where would you say their real power is?
I won't call it power.
Okay.
I will call it exploitation. Right? And
They
I would
just
say
exploit.
they just exploit. That's what. See, I tell people. I said
So we
right
knew this,
now-
but now it became clear.
right. Yeah, it's right now Nigeria is a money making venture. All the government and politicians wants to do is to make money and use people to make money, and then ensure that people stay poor, because that's a tool for them. As long as you stay poor, they know you always want them to help, and they will continue giving you the peanuts and be taking what is meant for rightful citizens. So I think that they don't even have power. They just have a very dubious way of acting towards citizens. So it's just majorly exploitation. That's what I would call it.
What is the power of the youths? What is the real power of the youths? And do we see that changing going forward?
Oh yes, I do, absolutely. I am highly impressed at what has been happening. People have been forming groups, right?
So is that the real power of the youth?
Yes, people are raising their voices, and you see,
Our voice is our power.
yes, and that is why this is called One Voice, because when we all speak as one, it reoccurs. It's like a microphone and a loudspeaker. Right? When two people raise their voice, it's louder than just one person. So imagine when millions do the same thing. So we're all saying enters. That was actually what created awareness about this protest and brought about this. Okay. Right? And brought about this. People are saying, oh, entered. It was the voice. All the voices that came together.
Yeah.
Right? That said, oh, enters. So what I'm saying in all is, if people can come in one voice, which people have started doing already on the internet, to say, oh, you know what, we have to come together to create this society, that organization, to create awareness, this political party.
Yeah.
I think that it would go a long way, which has already started, and it would influence people's decision when it comes to the 2023 election.
Okay. I like that response. Thanks, Anami. Okay, let's touch on a few more things before we wrap up this episode. The looting, right? I feel like it showed us that there's a systemic issue, because the looting went on for quite a while, and it was so deep that they people looting toilets. Right, so it's like
and beds and even psychiatric homes
and the windows of the places where they went to loot. So how can trust ever be built with the citizens? Like, what has to change?
I was discussing earlier today, and I said with someone, and I said I was thinking of a strategy in my head where I think Pro already mentioned that earlier. He mentioned something similar. You know, we talked about how we can change people's orientation. Right? Reorient them. Let them know that this is our country. I think you're supposed to do. Let us be the people's people. Let the builders enlighten the burners. Right? So by the time this is done, we can create a ripple effect, whereas everybody knows what they're supposed to do in Nigeria. I still trust the citizens. All we have to do is have the right information and have the right resources. People are hungry. If you can give people food and give them information, I think we don't have any problem.
Food and information.
We have no issue. If we have
no
food
problem.
and information, Nigeria will be a better place.
I think that's a nice one. I think, and on that note, I think we should wrap up this episode.
Absolutely.
We've had some questions, and we feel like there's more we can do. So in the next episode, we'll talk about the next steps, and just kind of riff further on what possible solutions can come. I like what you said about the sects that are forming different groups. It'll be interesting to maybe give some ideas about what kind of groups will actually move us forward, and what kind of ideologies will kind of keep us back.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Sanami, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
This is another good episode. Thanks for your contributions. Thanks for everything, helping up with the edits and everything. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember, be heard, be informed. Bye.
Thank you for listening to One Voice Niger Podcast. For more info, check out our Instagram page at One Voice Niger Podcast and our YouTube page at One Voice for more. Thank you. Be informed, be heard.